20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 63 yards. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on it down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Von Bell up to make the tackle. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. The 40, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check it out, Bree. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run with Drake. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 36. Mike 36.
Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Mostert. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go. Set. 15 lining, 15 lining. What are you talking about? And bring it.
Out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Taking it about the 16. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Wait, 20. Get in the weight room. 2.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on.
On first down, Drake. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. And obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running, it's Drake. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Watch the bravo. System, Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, they'll throw. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, orbit. 36. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
From the gun, here's Goff. Caught by Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
23 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 43. 61. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, Zoo. Mike 36. Mike 36. Man out, man out. Hell, you won. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Goff now to throw. They got a man. It's Woods. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 36. 36 to Mike.
To the air again. Goff. Jones has it. That's good for 28 yards. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Like 20. 53. Mike. Crunch time, defense. Well. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Target.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Like 20. 12. Man up, D. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I got one. Mike. Smooth. Mike 36.
Goff throwing again. This complete to Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They stay on the ground with Drake. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In your face.
So on 3rd and short, Drake. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll run on 1st down. Howard, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete to Hill. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Ric Flair.
Now gone. Screenplay, Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Going deep now for Herndon. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And the 49er first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll set up a throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Move. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the lane.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 50.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing it.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. at the 21-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Nassib make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
Here's Goff. And Woods has it complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, exit.
Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
I got him. Back smart. I got him.
Goff now looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, his second sack of the night. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Delta. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check 99. Check 99. Yes. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Niners, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me.